Hello, welcome to the weekend market review. It is Saturday, February 10th, 2024. Let's jump right into it. First up, TLT. Nothing new here, nothing to see. Still with mixed economic data. So we are at the low range of the channel. If you want exposure, this is the spot to buy or to add. I got plenty, so I don't need to add. But if you don't have bond exposure, now would not be a bad time to add here. I'm enjoying my cup of coffee here. So that's it for TLT. Not much else to say. Jump over to gold. Let me extend this upper range here, and where TLT is going is where gold is going as far as the direction, right? So if TLT is down or flat, gold will be down. To be too excited about here. Same thing with GDX. Okay, let's go to GDX real quick. It's at the area of support. Let's draw this line. Let's make this line more visible. Can it go lower? We'll see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's expand it to 3 years, see where that line is going. Okay. Well, go back to last year or back in 2022. Okay. It hit that line. It hit that line. It's at that line. So you're talking a multi-year uptrend. All right. So let's go out even further to see if it's worth looking at it further. No, it does not. Okay. If you want to draw even a line from here to here to here to here, you likely will hit that spot right there at 24. That would be crazy, but not unthinkable. Where was GDX at the pandemic low? Yeah, way down there at 15, at 16. So I'm not saying that it can get there, but there has been time where it was lower. Am I worried about GDX? No. Okay, the answer is no. Yes, I'm down on the position, but given where GLD is, I'm fine with that. All right, so let's move on to DIA, where I am short as far as a put spread. Oops, there you go. It is banging. I still have, I believe, 2 more weeks left on my bear spread, so it's fine. It's not making money, it's losing money, but that's part of writing a put spread. You just buy your time going out. That's why I can't stress enough that when I go, when I use put to bet on the short side, I do it at least 3 weeks, as much as 5 weeks out, because timing is difficult. 2 weeks ago, where DIA was hitting this, conventional wisdom would say, well, it's at the top range, but how often do you see, look, let's peel back, look, right? From here, from April 10 to May 1, so 3 weeks, it banging on that, right? Here, you're looking at July 19, July 20 to July 31st, so 11 days. Here we have January 26th. Okay, so yeah, 3 weeks coming up, right? So it's stretching it, but it is what it is. I still believe that bet will, that was the right thing to do. Let it run. There's nothing you can do. Okay, if you short the last couple of weeks or whenever, good luck there. Same thing with the Q, right? As crazy as the Q was, Trust your eyes. It's too strong. Okay, it's too strong right now. It's not, it's not in an area where it's wise to bet short, and that was the right play. Now SMH, I bet short, but I still got until March 8th, I believe, so I got time. I for those that follow me, I saw a couple of bear spread on this move here. I was wrong for 2 days, 3 days, and then I cash in. And the one thing that my mentor um, coached me up, I would say, is that I write the spread too big, right? So I was shorting, say, 195 all the way down to 170. Said that's too big of a move. Sure, I was aiming for the 20 MA, right? But he's like, most likely you will close. You will close before I get there, and which I did. And he said, if that's the case, do a tighter spread because then it's cheaper, right? You're not gonna wait. Sure, can the market drop all the way down to the 20 MA back in January? Possible, but the art is same thing here. If I sell an SMH, which was I believe 196, I use 180, 188 as my put spread going out to March something. So yeah, that's just how I do it. I won't advise other people. Some people just buy a naked put. They just buy a put because they want all the gain. But to me, realistically, if you buy a naked put, let's say you buy a naked put at 200 within a week, and it costs you, say, $5 going out 3 weeks, do you really think that you can maximize that gain in 3 weeks? Or would you rather sell a spread, say at, at 200 and then something like 185 and cut that cost from $5 to 350? I'd rather go with the cheaper option, but that's the way I play. I use spread more than naked put. Okay, so that's the SMH. Certainly, we are in rare air. Rare air, right? We can thank, of course, NVIDIA, no doubt about that. But wow, okay, breaking out of the channel. Does that mean that it's gonna hold? We'll see. You know, at this point, it's wait and see. But it's insane. It's now what did these two lines mean? Let me see. When I expand out and I see these two yellow lines, what does that mean? Let's take a look. Let's extend that for 10 years, see where that line come in. Does that make any sense? I don't even know where that line come from. Sometimes lines show up for no reason. Let's remove that. Okay, I'm removing it. I don't even know. Why is that there? It didn't make sense because I knew SMH was pretty high already, like all-time high. So I'm just like, why would I have this line up here? Sometimes the chart does its own thing. There you go. No need for that, right? But wow, that's all I gotta say about what's going on here. Is this a multi-decades channel? Can you see it? If you draw a line from like here to here, you likely see a channel, right? I don't want to clutter up, but yeah, it's crazy. And avoid getting your head chopped off. That's why put spread, okay? Outright shorting the SMH would be a very high risk move, but hey, if you can do it, good luck to you, all right? Good luck to you. Since we talk about SMH, let's talk about NVIDIA. Blow off top, blow off, okay? Once again, what is going on here with all these lines? I did not put this line in. Something is going on with Thinkorswim. Something is wacky. Because does it make any sense that I have all these lines here? So, this is just insane. I don't remember put them in there, but ignore them. What more can I say about Nvidia? What more can I say? It's FOMO on all level. What I mean is FOMO on investors, FOMO on institutional buy, and FOMO on businesses. Because right now, over the past 6 months, if not longer, you have all kind of company from Google to Meta to everyone is jumping on the AI trend, right? Corporations are FOMOing into it because they feel like if they don't up their game in their software, in their artificial intelligent structure, they want to build AI into the entire corporate structures. So corporations are FOMOing into buying Nvidia. Investors are FOMOing into buying the stock. It's a combination of both. That's why you have this insane move. It was insane last year, and then it built momentum, and then you got this parabolic move here. It's breathtaking to see a company like Nvidia going from, its little went up like 80% or something crazy. It's unheard of to be jumping market cap that way, but that's why it dragged up SMH. Since we're talking about one of the FANG, let's talk about the other FANG. If you watch my gap up video and had some order in, which I did, then you got some. I got some. I bought 3 times. I added more orders on the 460, 458, 455, and 453, and 3 of those orders trigger on these 2 days here. I then went back and add 455, but as you can see on this day here, the lowest was 456, and then it ran so far, so that's fine. I leave those orders there. So right now I have order in at 455, 453, okay? Because I do believe that we will revisit that level again, okay? This is not, given where the NASDAQ is, I just can't see it keep on going high and high and high. There will be a correction, however swift, okay? Google, I have not sell any Google. Of course, I add Google on earning. Yes, I add, right? And then it's doing fine. I didn't trim, okay? There are times to be greedy. And if you follow me on my chat group, I didn't talk about trimming Google at all. Now, would I trim at one? I have an order where 154, right? I'm fine with holding Google here. Google, Meta, Microsoft is still my favorite 3 as far as the fabulous 3, I call it. Well, I need to come up with my own, you got the Max 7, Super 6, at least that's what I call it. I'm not sure what the mainstream financial media call it, but I call it the Super 6, which is more fitting right now with Tesla where it is. And then you get the Fab 5, and then Fantastic Four. Play on words for those that know me. I'm a comic book collector, so Fantastic Four, and then 3, Terrific 3. I don't know. I don't have any fancy name for that yet, but yeah, yet to come up with a good name for the 3. Yeah, but Fantastic Four fit very well. Terrific 3. Does that sound good? Yeah. The Terrific 3. But it's my Terrific 3, right? So as far as Google, I'm fine with holding here. Speaking of Microsoft, Trip, I did. Okay, it's in rare air, and this one I can't be too greedy. So I trim. 420 was one of the spots that I did trim, right? So yeah, Apple I did trim at 190 as I mentioned, but I still hold to the large portion of what I bought on this dip here. So would I trim more into 195? Yes. For now, I trim a little bit at 190, but that's it. Amazon, which I have nothing. I'm all out. Okay, all out. Rare air here. Rare air. And nope, I'm not touching. I'm not buying the dip. Not chasing here now. Where would I buy? Same thing. Okay, I have an order in at 160. I believe my order is 168 and 167. So you're down here. Okay, if you, because Amazon was not in my top 3, so I didn't do what I did with Meta. But if I did the same thing with Meta, by that I mean put in an order right at the bottom of the candle here at 169 down to 167, guess what? I would have bought those shares on the next 2 days, right? So once again, follow that strict rule on the gap up would have gotten you some share if you did that, right? I did not do it because I was, I'm content of not chasing Amazon here. Last on the group, Tesla. It defend hard. It was a rough 2 days, and then does that mean that it's all good to go? No. Okay, let's not get too excited. You got the 20 MA coming down hard. It's at an area where it is. Where is it now? Okay, you're talking. Is it a surprise that it at basically the low, the high of the gap down day? For those that watch me in my video, I talk about the psychology of the gap down. Imagine the people that had Tesla way above, right? On this gap down, they didn't sell. And then they saw this move, they say, oh, the worst is over. Things will be okay. Well, guess what? And then they suffer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days of pain again. And so the second time around, they said, So we'll see how Tesla do next week, but it need to absorb those sellers, right? And once it's absorbed, it's a lot. It's the same thing here. Okay, this is the same spot, the scene of the crime. Let me draw in the zone. You know me, I love the zone. I love the zone. Okay, let me draw it in. It's not a surprise that it is where it is, right? Is it how beautiful how TA work? If you don't, if you're still in the camp that TA is poo poo, I wonder why you're here. This channel is not for you if you are all about fundamental. Okay, I only buy and hold based on fundamental. TA is stupid, then why are you here? So I'm assuming that you at least trust and believe and use TA. And look, okay, so can you imagine the psychology of someone that bought Tesla, held on to Tesla, and see this. Some people are about to throw in the towel and say, I had enough. I've been through this twice now, 3 times. So it's going to be a tough spot. I do believe that this is going to be a tough spot, just like this. This was strong support. This is the must hold line. It had to. Okay, Tesla had to. Otherwise, you see 160, right? I talked about this for the past few weeks. It had to defend this line. Just like this line now, it must break in order to resume the move back. Okay, not every move down hit the channel low. This almost did right here. Okay, almost. Just like every channel high does not mean that it's an immediate reversal. It breaks through for a week before it relent. So this move down, it had to defend here in order to prevent the channel low. So it is what it is. Oh, last on the Tesla is Netflix. I haven't talked about Netflix in a while. Here we go. Netflix. Would I chase it here? No. Okay, no. Where would I buy? 20 MA. 20 MA line up neatly with the gap up, right? But that would be the highest. What would I rather do? Sell put spread on the gap the day before the gap. So to be safe, I'd rather do 495. Okay, 495. You got 495, 455 put spread is to be the safest play because you have the 20, the gap, and the 50. You get the triple protection level, right? That, you know me, I like the triple protection. The more protection you have above your puts, the better it is for your bull spread. All right, done with Max 7, done. Let's move on to the other crazy area. Eli Lilly, oh my goodness. Sweet Jesus, okay? Sweet Jesus. Breaking the trend. Overbought, overhype, overlove. I still have some share. Yes, I do. I trim, of course. I trim, but I still have a few left. Very few. More than one, but very few. No complaint here. It has been an amazing ride, right? Um, is the fever over? Hard to say. Okay, it's never. It's nearly impossible to pick the top nor the bottom. Very hard. Okay, nearly impossible. Uh, I just know that right now it's fever pitch. It is. It's the fever is 103. If you have a high fever of 103, the doctor would put you in an ice bath at this point. So would I chase it here? No. But obviously, a lot of people are. That's why it's where it is. Okay, so FV, I'm watching it. I'm watching it closely. I did not take any profit. Like I said, there are times to be greedy, and then there's time to take profit. All right, I watching very closely. I think the next few days can give me a signal of whether this is the end of the move or we are heading into red air of 195, right? So I'm watching it. I will raise my stop, okay? I will raise my stop for sure. I did not take any profit, but I have raised my stop to low of day Friday. I just did that this morning. So my stop right now is 173.05, okay? As much as I hate to do that, I had to because it got to where I thought it will go, right? I when I said that it's the breakout, I did say that the next area is this level, so it's there. I did up right now is way down here at 40.41, but I have yet to raise it because I think it can go a lot further. It has more room to run. The first spot is 40 right here. See, you see this right here, this area. That's my next trim. Okay, I will add on dip, but I won't be trimming until I see 43.6. That's where my order is, 43.6, and then 47. New multi-year high. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. I think is that how big of a high is that? Yeah, see, JSK can run, but once you get into the 47-ish, watch out. Okay, watch out. You're talking 10-year resistance here. Okay, right here, see, 47, 48. Yeah, there is an end range, so there are plenty of greed left, but there's limitation to how far it can run, right? So I'm not crazy to think that it can run much higher. But as far as where would I buy, gap fill, okay, I have ordered in to add a bunch, and then of course I have a bunch more, even a bigger order at the 20 MA, because I do believe the 20 MA is going to be a good support area. Look, see right here, resistant, 20 MA support, bang, go. So I have an order in to buy some at the gap fill, but a much bigger order down here, right? I spoke about J&J. If you want to buy, you can, but meh, right? Meh. Pfizer, meh. I add to a little bit small position. Why? I have naked put at 160. Okay, so I can be big holder of this by next Friday. So as much as I like to add here, I'm fully aware that I can add a whole lot more down here at 160. So no rush. High risk, high reward. I did trim Argent because it hit the 20 MA. It's that simple, okay? Would I add? For me to add to this position, it has to be below the 20, down here, okay? It's no rush. For those that ride this train with me, we bought the dip here, we trim, we got out, sweet profit, we buy the dip, we trim, and for now, I'm watching for this to be a breakout. If it's a breakout, can we run into 446? It's possible. It's possible. But my exposure there is small now, so I'm not concerned about needing to trim until I see a big breakout. I certainly don't want to add unless I see sub 380. It got to go below 380 into the 370, 360 for me to reload. MDGL, Madrigal, it was ugly, but I added on the last on this week. Okay, it was ugly. I added below 180 a couple times, and then I trimmed yesterday when it was over 180. I'm like, for all the share that I bought down here, I don't mind trimming, selling the share that I bought higher, just to put my position into how I trade and invest is simple. I trade where I don't want to be worried about any position. I tried my best to right size my position in my portfolio. I don't go to bed worrying about if I have too much risk in the market. So that's how I trade. I have a set standard on what I want to risk in any position. Occasionally I risk more than I set out to do, but it's rare. So for me, the right thing to do was, yes, I added more on this bloodbath, but the right thing to do was right size the position by trimming some. And then if it come down to the low 170 again, I do the same again. I will keep reloading, adding into the 170s, and then on the pop, I'm likely to trim. Keep doing it, keep recycling it so that we will cut down costs below 200. So it is what it is. Vertex, I added. My position is green. Okay, I'm in profit, so I'm not overly concerned. I sold some put spread the last few weeks, so my average cost is below 420. So I'm, it's okay. I like Vertex. I like the painkiller drug that they have, and once it approved phase 3, we can have a new move up. But I like Vertex a lot more than Eli Lilly. Okay, Eli Lilly is enjoying the duopoly with Novo Nordisk, but a year from now, who knows? Who knows? All right, are we done with drugs? Are we done? Is there any more? Um, some of the other speculative play, Rocket, RCKT. I'm I have not had a chance to add. Every time it dropped below 28, I add a little bit. I have an order in right now on the 50 MA. That's the highest order I have. I have order in at 27 all the way down to 26. Okay, these are violent move, so be careful. No chasing here. No chasing. Let's see. The other one, CRISPR. If you have it, you gotta go, right? Come on. The last time, sure, it got to 76 something, but those are very short lived. Very short lived. Okay, so to me, anything over 70, you got to go. Okay, look, sell, sell. You gotta go. Okay, I no. You know why? For those that don't know, CRISPR is partnered with Vertex on their wonderful drug that they get approved. Here's a problem. Here's the reason why I'm not extremely bullish on CRISPR, regardless of what anyone else say. Do you know how much it costs to go through a treatment of CRISPR? Millions. Yes, I just said that, millions. Okay. Yeah, it's a potential cure. Okay, cure. I'm using the word cure, but it's millions. How many people? I don't care how much your insurance pay or willing to pay. It's a tough number for insurance company to swallow. It's a tough, sure. If you are multi-millionaire, billionaire, and you have this disease, yeah, hey, to spend 2 million to have this thing cured in 6 months, cure. But damn, 2 million. It make Zepbound by Lilly at $500 a month cheap. So yeah, that's the problem with CRISPR. Okay, so I play CRISPR lightly. By lightly, I mean sell a couple of put spread down here on a dip. But make no mistake, CRISPR should be absorbed by somebody. More likely Vertex down the road, but 2 million a treatment? Come on, right? Ridiculous. I understand the significance of the drug, but trying to justify 2 million to anyone, it's ridiculous. Yes, I also understand they spent a lot, hundreds of millions on research to get that drug. They need to recoup the cost somehow. That's the problem with disease, okay? When you have a disease that doesn't have hundreds of millions of people as potential customer, like overweight, then you face less potential patients, and that equal higher cost to recoup your cost. Okay, so yeah, it's the math doesn't work for a lot of people. That's why sometimes there's a lot of disease that does not get a whole lot of focus, because if there's 50,000 patients in the whole world, do you want to spend hundreds of millions in trying to find a cure for 50,000 people, or the focus that hundreds of millions on trying to cure 50 million people? Big difference in math, simple math. All right, done with drugs after my rant on the high cost. Let's talk about state. For those that follow my chat group, I said it at pre-market. Get out of Pepsi if you have it. Get out. If you still have it, get out. And if you did listen, guess what? You would have sell a lot higher, right? Because look, you had the chance to sell Pepsi pre-market 170. There was plenty of chances to sell above 170 right here. See, right here, plenty, plenty from 170 to 174, plenty. Yeah. What else can I say? Do I like Pepsi? Yes. Do I think Pepsi and Coke have a problem with the consumer hurting? The answer is yes. Okay. On top of that, both Pepsi and Coke face the backlash of Zepbound, right? Because there's a narrative out there that hey, if people are taking Zepbound, they will snack less and consume less. And I think the decline in volume at Pepsi has more to do with the hurting consumer. Hey, when you can go to the grocery store and buy a case or a 6-pack of RC Cola for a lot less than a 6-pack of Coke or Pepsi, the hurting consumer is going to trade down. Same thing with chips. Okay, it costs too much. Pepsi has shrunk the bags of Frito-Lays for the past 3 years. It's ridiculous. The shrinkage there are not shoplifting. They are shoplifting the bags, okay? The size of the bags of Frito-Lays has shrunk significantly. You're paying more for less chips. Ridiculous, okay? So consumers are trading down to generic brand, cheaper, okay? So unfortunately, they're facing two issues. The consumer finally hit that wall and potentially less people snacking, even though I think it's more about the consumer trading down than less snacking. Okay, I am a firm believer in human behaviors. People that take Zepbound to lose 20 pounds is more likely to eat more. People, it's gluttony, okay? It's people are overweight for one reason, because they can't stop eating. If taking Zepbound allowed them to throw up more, poop out more, retain less weight, but keep on eating, they will keep on eating. Good for Eli Lilly and Novo. They're not stopping up to 3 months of treatment and lose 25 pounds and say, I won the weight battle. I have won the battle. I will now eat healthy. No, they will go back to eating. Okay, so that's why I think the narrative that people will eat less is nonsense. It's nonsense. Okay, it's against human behavior. We are terrible people as far as eating. We can't stop ourselves. This nation is about eating, gluttony. All right, let's move on to, before I go, let's talk Amgen. I forgot about Amgen. I did buy into Amgen. I had a put spread at 292.5, and I'm so happy that I closed it out early and buy the share. I also saw a bunch of put spread at 290 and below. So net, it was not a loss as far as my put spread, but I'm also glad that I closed it out early and buy some share. Sure, I could have let the one put aside and swallow 100 share of Amgen at 292.5. But I thought about, yes, I do want to own Amgen, but I also don't want to own 100 share yet. For those that don't know, Amgen have a phase 1 diet drug, and the result was not as rosy as Wall Street expected. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, to me it doesn't mean it. Wall Street care. Wall Street was freaking out. Oh my God, you have too high of a drop off rate, blah blah blah. So it doesn't matter that Amgen had blowout earning, raise guidance. It doesn't matter. The market just poo-poo everything that Amgen has and say that you don't have your weight. Amgen weight loss drug was in phase 1. Even if it was a good result or better result than the analysts expected, you're talking multiple years away from approval. There are at least 2 or 3 other weight loss drugs that are in phase 2 from Pfizer and other companies. So it's whatever happened with that weight loss drug with Amgen, it would be just 3 years, 4 years down the road. Nonsense. Okay. Regardless, I like Amgen. It's channel low. Okay, it's between the 20 MA and the 50 MA and 100 MA support. So I do think that could it break down even further and test the 100 MA? Yes, that is why I decide against owning 100 share right now. I'd rather buy just 20. I bought 20, and I will be patient and buy more. I also sold other put spread for next week, way below. Okay, I sold 282.5 to 77.5. So it's basically right where near the 100 MA. So now, so there, would I mind buying 100 share down here? No, I'd rather add 100 share down there than 100 share at 292, because as much as I want to hold here, you never know. What pushed Eli Lilly higher will hurt Amgen and Madrigal. Okay, so unfortunately, that's the way it is. It is nonsense, absolute nonsense. But you can't fight the emotion of some investors. If the mass think a certain way, the mass get what they want for now. Okay, um, let's talk. Let's talk. Go back to consumer staple. I've been out of Coke. No reason for me to be in Coke. Channel high. All right. There's nothing here. Nothing to see. I did buy into McDonald's at 282 down here. I talked about that on Wednesday. Did I trim? Yes, I did trim on this move to the 20 MA. And I raised my stop. Where? Low up day. Okay, I got my stop in at 288.92. Sure, it's not a huge profit from 282.5 into that, but I will get stop out there, and I don't mind reloading it again down in the 281 area. All right, it is what it is. Hershey, what a reversal. Okay, the earning came out, it looked great, and then it got to wallop the range for a while. Okay, for a while, it will. Let's extend this baby. Okay, let's extend this zone of support. Okay, yeah. I think I think that line is going to be very tough for Hershey to break. Very tough. Because why? I watched the price of cocoa. Right. Look, there was a brief moment of cocoa's not going higher, but my God, the price of chocolate cocoa is exploding, and then sugar did help, right? This helped Hershey, but it's rising again. So yeah, I just don't like the fundamental of the key ingredients in what they're doing. So no. Clorox, once again, another one of, once again, chasing into a gap up, bad idea. Not a bad idea to put a buy order into the low of the gap up there, right? Yeah, that works, okay? Example after example, the strategy works if you want to get in on a position after a gap up. It works, okay? I will keep pointing it out because it works. Do not chase. Do not pay high. Just give it a couple of days. You will get your chance if you want to get in. Most of the time, I don't want to get in. MMM. Oh, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, but it's can it get down below? Yeah, it's meh. Yeah, nothing to see. Oh, let's talk about medical device. I'm out of Abbott, and I think if you have it, for sure, selling at 115. At this point, anything above 114, you should get out. Okay, yeah, it break the 20 here, right? It had a nice run, and right now it's struggling to hold the 20, struggling. So now EW, I'm very happy to exit 75% on earning day. Um, my stop was here, and for a while it looked okay, right? And then on this day here, I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. So my stop right now is, at 82.53 on the remaining 25% of my position, but that's fine. Okay, I won't be butthurt about getting stopped out there because, like I said, I bought those down here way before, and I wrote them up to the 90s and then wrote them down. At this point, it's okay. I'm just glad that I did not get too frustrated last October, November to sell them in the 60s. So yeah, it's okay, right? Selling 20 bucks higher than 60.57, that's okay. Nothing to but hurt there. Medtronic, I did sell, and I think right now my stop is the 50 MA. Okay, I'm watching it closely, but same thing here. If I get stop out, it's gonna be a full position stop out, and I'd be glad to move on at 84.15. I think is my stop, because hey, that beat the hell out of not selling at below 70. But it will be a very small gain. Okay, be a very small gain for that position. I had sell order up here in the 91. I was looking to exit there, but we'll see. Let's talk energy. US. But I was very tempted to go bear spread here. Very tempted, but I said let's be patient. Let's play the channel high or the downtrend here. So I got the alert at 74.33, and I'm holding that. If that alert go off, then I do the bear spread. Okay, but until then, I'm gonna be patient. I did trim CVX. I posted in the chat group when I touched the 200 MA. Oh, you betcha. I was like, yeah, get me out. Get me out at 155. Yeah, I did. I'm mostly out. Okay, and it did what I wanted to do. It got to the gap fill. It filled the gap, and then it got a swift and nasty rejection. Not much to say. Okay, not much to say there. I still have some, because I wouldn't be surprised if we, because how oil is. If oil if USO trying to get to 74 again, I can see a rebound. But if you have it, you know where to sell, right? In the 155, 154 range. Don't be, well, you can be greedy if you want, but for me, the remaining share I have will be out there. XOM, my sell order is still up there, 106.5. It was up here. I set those sales order at 107, but every week I move it down. Right now, I need to move it down to 106.5, just above the 200-day moving average. But yeah, it can run there if USO spike to 74. Let's end this on natural gas. Okay, I have been not bullish on natural gas, and yeah, no, there's nothing here. Okay, nothing here. TRA, yeah. What else is to say? You know, would I buy in the low 20s? Maybe, but yeah, no. Okay, let's end lastly on Bitcoin. What next? Almost 48. It did touch 48, I believe. Did it touch 48? Yeah. 48.5. 48.5. I bought IBIT, right? I bought IBIT. And if Bitcoin get to 49 on Monday, I will look to trim. Is this a move high? I don't know. Okay, to me, it's sure. Am I glad that I have IBIT and Bitcoin in my portfolio? Yes. Am I glad that I have Ethereum in my portfolio as well? Yes. I also have a bunch of ETHE. Okay, I trimmed ETHE on this move here. I didn't trim more. I had an order in to trim at 24, and it never got there. So I'm keeping that order at 24 where it is. So if ETHE get anywhere near 24, I will blow out a big chunk of my Ethereum Grayscale. But as far as Bitcoin, this is it. This is the spot. Okay, I think sellers come in, and if it can somehow, somehow break through this, then can it run to this? Okay, yeah, it can run, but I think this is gonna be a very tough. The last time I got here, it was pretty swift rejection. This time, look like it's doing better, so we'll see. Okay, I'm not giddy on this, but I won't complain if it get if Bitcoin run and touch this upward trend here. My goodness. Okay, it's would I sell my actual Bitcoin instead of IBIT? I think so. I will be trimming my Bitcoin. Okay, I would be foolish not to trim. Then I got plenty of Bitcoin, more than I need to have. I don't mind selling up here for sure, but it need to get, yeah, if I see 70, oh my god, I'd be foolish not to sell some and buy a condo. Alrighty, people, see ya, have a good weekend.